Welcome back to Divine Capricorns with me, Amanda. I read for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Saturn placements. I'm going to do a general reading today, but I'm going to do 2 spreads because that is what I feel called to do. And lately, I've been listening to the guidance that's been given to me. So yeah, as soon as I hit record, started getting a hot flash. So, oh my goodness. How is anybody used to this? It's like, it's a lot. So I don't know if that's your experience, if that's you. And I'm already tuning in, but it is what it is. It's like my guides already know, like, once I do my setup, they know I'm going to get on camera, and it's like, oh, she's not reading for herself, clearly. But, yeah. Anything you might need from me is down in the description box below, including a link to book private readings with me. I now have 4 options, so check it out. And let's get right into it. I'm going to do general messages first. Whatever comes out, comes out. Yeah. Spirit, can you reveal to me the most important messages for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Saturn placements? Most important messages for them at this time. What do they need to know? I've got the Crow Tarot today just because I feel like it. Ace of Swords in reverse. I don't love to see that, but that is okay. I don't reverse my cards. It flipped out and reversed itself. And so usually when that happens, it's meant to be that way. 10 of Cups in reverse. And then I believe this is the 9. Yep, 9 of Swords in reverse. And I have 2 more cards. Page of Cups. 1 more. 1 more card. 3 of Wands. Okay, please don't shoot me. I am only the messenger here. But someone is not listening to their intuition or their guidance. That must be why I mentioned that. Sometimes I feel like I'm rambling on, sometimes about myself, but like rambling on in general. But it's really like there's stuff in that where I'm channeling without actually knowing that I'm channeling. So this is not going to be for every single person. Please keep that in mind. But someone or some of you here are not listening to your guidance. I get that very strongly with the Ace of Swords in reverse and then the Page of Cups. Believe it or not, Page of Cups is representative of like intuitive downloads, intuitive messages through like, say, different practices, especially if it involves water, right? So maybe being at the beach, maybe just like salt baths of sorts, like anything that involves water, even drinking water. Maybe some of you are dehydrated at this point in time. And as I say that, I have a little bit of a headache. Interesting. Okay. Some of you are dehydrated. Ace of Swords in reverse is like you not admitting to something or admitting that the truth is, not always nice. It's not always like pretty. 10 of Cups in reverse is also like this idea of like not getting what you want, like being resistant to the flow of guidance and love and just like being fulfilled. So this can also be like maybe you not practicing gratitude, not appreciating what you do already have. Because upright, it's talking about contentment and fulfillment. You collected all of these cups but they're upside down. It's just like, well, what was it for? You know? But Nine of Swords in reverse is, this is interesting to me. I don't know how to feel about it. I might have to clarify it in a moment. Because I want to say that this is also talking about resistance. But like usually in upright it talks about, you know, anxiety and sleepless nights. You know, not knowing if you're gonna make it through. But to be fair, you know, in reverse, it could be a releasing of all of that. Maybe you're releasing yourself from the cage because there's a cage in this card and now it's upside down because it's reverse. Page of Cups and Three of Wands, it's like you have an opportunity, you've been having an opportunity to expand and grow beyond, you know, horizons, meaning like you can be a different version of yourself if you really choose to be. But you have to put in the work for all of that. You have to listen to your guidance to show you what to do. Like I said, I felt like doing 2 spreads today. You know, I typically don't do that, especially as a Capricorn, somebody that sticks to routine and doesn't change up things very often. That is, I will tell you, very unusual for me. But when it happens, I just listen. Say, okay, we can do that. We can go with it. We can go with the flow. There's something about flow not happening here. So, yeah. Can you clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse for me? What is this about? Nine of Swords in reverse. Tell me more. The Lovers. Gemini energy. Notice how this is the first major to come out. So, like, I don't know if there needs to be just some small little tweaks or small changes. Maybe it's in your routine, you know? This for me is like a meeting of yourself, a meeting with your higher power, a meeting with your higher self, depending on what you believe in. But honestly, I've always really loved the Lover's card. And it's like making this conscious choice to go away from what causes you anxiety, what causes you stress. Maybe it is a releasing. Maybe I was correct on that. Thank you, Spirit. Appreciate you. Can you clarify the Page of Cups with the Three of Wands for me, please? What is the Page of Cups and Three of Wands? The Emperor. Aries energy. See, now you notice that there are majors coming out. Like, so you are within your own power. And or someone in your life is helping to guide you. Maybe you have a mentor of sorts or someone you just go to for guidance. And when I say guidance, it doesn't have to be spiritual. It can just be advice from a friend that you trust. Hey, which way should I lean towards? Because I don't feel happy. Yeah. Maybe bringing back the fire and the passion within you and even determination and drive would be, oh, maybe some of you are afraid. Wow. Okay, so some of you are in, you're allowing fear to make choices for you. So this is where the Emperor comes into play. Taking back control, taking back your power, which you can do through different prayers. So you can call your power back through your voice, which is interesting because the Ace of Swords came out reverse, right? So this for me is like expression of your inner truth, your innermost self. You know, that this card represents for me clarity and authenticity personally. Yeah, I think you need to speak up for yourself, but in the way of like speaking to yourself. Like own your feelings, own your thoughts. And if you need clarity or guidance, that's what your guides are for, to help you. Yeah, brighter days are ahead. I definitely got that message in a past reading, maybe like 2 months ago. So I wonder if that reading is helpful. Like there might be other messages there. I'm not entirely sure. We have Aries. We have double Aries here. We've got Pisces energy, Gemini twice. So this feels very much like pretty cut and dry, to be fair. Resist the need to listen to fear and maybe getting stuck in emotions that might keep you fearful, but also like call your power back to you through your voice. And when you say it, mean it, you know, because then, you know, spirits and, you know, whoever you believe in, they're probably not going to believe you if you don't believe yourself. Like that's a big part of our own power, our own personal power. Also, another trick is to speak from your upper abdominals. So the solar plexus chakra, it's the third one. It's above your belly button about, well, it depends on your body. For me, it's like 2.5 inches up. I have a long torso, so you may have a short torso and maybe 1/2 inch. I don't know. But speak from your upper abdomen. So right up in here, and then be proud through your chest, and, you know, knowing that that's how you truly feel and you yourself believe it. Interesting. I'm going to get right into a past, present, and future spread. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Anybody excited for the full moon? I'm looking forward to releasing the last bit of negativity in my life, as of right now at least. There will always be some sort of negativity or circling around me, but I'm looking forward to being able to release it safely and with kindness, with grace. Also, if you missed it, I went live. I posted it in the community tab, but you can also go to the live tab because that's where those videos live. So I'm going to shuffle up. I do this spread a little differently than I do all my other spreads. I actually cut the deck. So yeah, Spirit, can you reveal to me past, present, future energy for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Saturn placements? One card for each. One for past, one for present, one for future. I didn't ask you for flippers. We're going to cut the deck. Past, present, future. And I flip it over. 5 of Swords for past. Interesting. 2 of Wands for present. Okay. I don't hate it. Ooh, 10 of Wands for future. I actually really like this. All right. So 3 cards. I like to be simplistic here on this channel. I like to be simplistic as a reader because I read intuitively. If that's not your thing, then then I'm not your reader, but neither here nor there. So 5 of Swords in the past, it feels like literal mental defeat, like mentally being defeated by circumstances and or experiences. This could be, I'm definitely strongly getting like in career, like in work, experiences, maybe like even competition with other coworkers or just people who thought they could do even a quarter of what you're capable of doing, which is just laughable. For reals? Yeah, you can't compete with a Capricorn. I'm not sorry. It's genuinely impossible. Considering our level of determination is unwavering. And we're meant to be our own bosses, truthfully. So I'm going to shuffle one more time just because I'll be good to go once we finish this spread. Okay. So for me, I'm looking at the past as lovingly as I can for you. And I think that maybe perhaps that is something that you've had to do this year, especially with the retrogrades, maybe specifically with like Pluto. Even like, I think it's Uranus. No, Uranus didn't go retrograde. Jupiter did. My bad. And even like moving away from all of that. So that might have been super difficult for you in the past, like moving past all of this competition, just like conflict in general. Maybe even conflicted thoughts about all those experiences. Maybe you had to battle your mind in the past. Yeah, that's a lot. 2 of Wands in your present, though. I feel like this is really wonderful. I feel like you're holding yourself accountable. You're holding yourself, you're holding yourself in high regard. Now, 2 of Wands is technically like the strategy and planning card. For me as a Capricorn, I love this kind of energy. Wands is all about action and putting forth effort, initiative, even inspired action. I feel like the Wands cards very much are centered around inspired action. And I talk about that actually on Instagram. If you're ever curious, go follow me on there. My links are below. Shameless plug. But even more so, this feels like you're making the moves that make sense for you currently. And I think that there's more of a level of freedom and control here that you didn't have previously. So there's only 2 crows here. There's 5 in this one. So I feel like you let go of some relationships or just people in your life, which is great. Caught off game, strong. I'm just kidding. Oh gosh. No, but really, like, surrendering and letting go of people in your life that may not necessarily, like, they're not bad people. It's never about that, really, unless it is, which, you know, it does happen. But sometimes it's you're letting go of people that just they aren't changing, they aren't evolving, they aren't doing things for themselves. You guys are just not aligned anymore. And that's fine. There's no judgment there, unless you are a judgmental person, in which case please work on that. Regardless, though, I feel like the 2 of Wands is a really good present energy for you to have. Notice that there's the World being held up in this card in between those 2 wands. I feel like you have more opportunities in front of you than you thought you had previously, which is great. I love that for you. Now, I know I only have 3 cards here in front of me, but there is a lot coming out for messages. So you can also book me for a general 3-card reading. It's only, I think I priced it at $11. Check it out. it's 3 cards. Granted, this is a specific spread, but yeah, you can also request past, present, future if you want. So for future, you have the 10 of Wands. It's upright. So for me, I feel like you're dropping off the burdens, the struggles at another door. And I say that because the crow has the bundle of wands roped up and he's flying in the air, and I think he's going to go airdrop it somewhere. Probably into a ditch, you know. I think that you are in the near future. This feels like near future. You are effectively letting go of the burdens that really don't help you move forward. So I feel like for you, and I know I resonate with this energy too myself, you are saying that you no longer want to limit yourself from possibilities or moving forward or having the life that you really truly feel you deserve. So again, I was talking about how wands are inspired action. I think that's something from your past energy or past experiences has led you to truly be rooted in the belief that you deserve better and that you can have better. If you put your mind to it, you can create it. It's another thing I talk about on Instagram, just throwing it out there. I have 2 on there. So I have a Divine Capricorn's Instagram, which I'm more than happy to follow. I'm not super active on it. And then I have a personal one. So you can always find me on there. This also feels like an ending of a chapter of heaviness. So some of you might be feeling a bit lighter, less pressure. I know for me, I feel super calm right now. Like even when changes come up, it's just like, oh, okay, cool, I'll figure it out. It's just not typical for me. I typically like freak out and get really anxious when changes happen, but that's not happening for me. And you know what's interesting? Now I'm starting to feel that hot flash go away. I feel a sense of like cool energy. Interesting. Okay. Maybe for you guys right now, it is also letting go of anger. I just want to throw that out there too. Fire, anger, closely tied. I was saying in the last read, it came up as a message. There's a really, really wonderful, there's a bunch of different practices you can do, but boxing is a really great way for you to release anger in a healthy manner. So I don't know if that's been something you've been doing, anything like that, but highly recommend. It's something I've done. I really liked it. Boxing is super therapeutic for me. And even if when I've been at a gym where there's been a punching bag, like just throwing on my gloves and just having at it, even like kicking it, just it's a great way to release any feelings of defeat, letting go of limiting beliefs in terms of failure. And you can have these things on your mind and on your heart as you do that. And it will become a spiritual practice for you. I'm giving you the tools. Yay. Yeah, I want to grab for advice though, and then we will finish this up. Because I'm sure it's a long enough read with the 2 spreads. What is the advice for my Capricorns for this reading? Would you look at that? It's the 9 of Wands. Being the warrior that you are, keep persevering. Continue to move forward. Continue to recognize your past hurts, moving through it and not trying to pretend it's not there. Anything else? Queen of Wands. Hell yeah. You are so incredibly attractive. And when I say attractive, I don't mean necessarily physically. You are attractive on all planes, in all aspects. I feel like you are bright, you are beautiful or handsome. Like there's this It's giving law of attraction. Because you're vibrating so high and learning to elevate yourself, you're bringing in more things that you want into your life. Please stay in that energy. Please continue to allow flow to transpire. We do have Aries, Pisces, Sag, more Sag, we have double. Aries again, so double Aries, and then Aquarius. So could be placements in your chart, or it's just the energies, could be the seasons this year that allowed you to have this growth, right? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for supporting this channel. I so appreciate it. I have memberships down below as well. Check those out. I have 2 tiers. I'm going to be adding more content to it. So just know that I'm working on it. I'm always a work in progress, just like you are, hopefully. And yeah, anything else you might need from me, there's a bunch of links down below. Know that you are divine, sacred, and heavenly. Bye, Capricorns.